Right, so today we've got some stew, and the expression we want to talk about today is to be in a stew.
Yes, to be in a stew or to get into a stew.
Okay, what does it mean?
Don't ask me.
Get into a stew. Okay, to get into a stew about something is to get angry, irritated,
Is it
annoyed.
as far as angry?
It's when you can't let something drop out of your mind.
Yes.
You're constantly thinking about something, and while you're thinking about it, you're getting crosser and crosser. Give me an example of something that you have got into a stew about recently.
Nothing like putting me on the spot there.
No.
What have I got in a stew about? I do get in a stew about things. I do get myself all kind of hot and bothered about it.
Yeah, you do a bit. But you're quite good because you then do things with it at the end.
Yes, I'm not very good at being cross for very long.
I was in a stew on Sunday.
Oh, tell me about it.
My family just leaves stuff everywhere.
Oh, yes, no, that do.
And I'm supposed to pick it up. Like, they finish their cereal for breakfast and they're like, walk away from the table. So
But were you in a stew about that, or were you cross about that? Because I think to be in a stew about something implies that you are getting yourself cross and you can't let it lie, but then you're not necessarily doing anything about it either.
No, I was in a stew because they'd all gone out and I spent the whole day cleaning up and tidying up.
Yes.
And feeling really cross about it. And going over in my head, why am I the only one that does anything? That sort of thing.
Yes,
so, yeah.
particularly while they're out. Yes, that.
I was in a stew about that.
Yes. Yes, because I think obviously where the term comes from is the idea of to stew something.
Mm.
So something that is cooking very slowly, bubbling away, like your anger, like your frustration. Mm. Are you there? Are you back there now? You're back there in there.
So we have the two expressions: to get into a stew, or we can use it as a phrasal verb to stew over something.
Yes.
We do say that. I'm thinking about the preposition. Stew about something. No, to stew over something.
To stew over something. Yes.
Yeah, to stew over something. Again, the fact you can't forget it. You keep thinking about it, and while you're thinking about it, you're feeling angry. Is that enough for stew?
No.
What?
We haven't even attempted to eat the stew.
No, we haven't talked,
right, okay.
really talked about stew or anything.
Shall I serve you, darling?
Yes, please. That would be
Marcia.
lovely. Marcia?
I just think people eat stew often called Marcia. Don't you think?
No.
Like a potato?
I'm not a large potato. Please.
I'm only going to have a little bit because, I'm appetite of a little
So
sparrow.
you've just given me large potatoes and now you're going to have all the beef for yourself.
No,
is that how that works?
The little cut vegetables so I can eat in a ladylike manner. Another
But
big
she's just
potato for you. Poor Dom, can't have any. What's that?
It's a parsnip.
It's little, it's really sweet.
I know, I've thought about these things, you see.
This is really nice. There we go. Stop your potato.
Thank you, darling.
This is actually, I have to say, you do make a very good stew and it smells good.
Thank you. So I would say it was the cheaper cuts of meat of lamb and beef primarily. Mm-hmm. You can have a chicken stew, but it doesn't quite... You see, I'd say you would have a chicken casserole, not a chicken stew. Does stew imply that it's cooked for longer? I would cook a stew for 4 or 5 hours, whereas a casserole might be done in an hour and a half.
Don't know. No idea.
I could have just made that up completely. Yeah. So the redder meats, usually the cheaper cuts, because you're going to cook it very, very slowly, so that all the... I was going to get into sinew and gristle, but nobody really wants to hear about sinew and gristle, do they? No. Can melt. Mm-hmm. All the fat melts into the sauce, and you cook your vegetables up very nice, very big, not so that you can make me eat it on camera, but so that it doesn't completely disappear into the sauce. Mm. Although disappearing potatoes is sometimes quite nice because it makes it more sort of squishy.
When the camera's off, I'm going to eat a potato, but I'm like Kate Middleton. I don't eat on camera.
Tell her you switch the camera off and then we'll get her later.
I've been caught by that one before.
On a number of occasions.
Okay.
But lots of herbs, lots of red wine, bit of stock, and then a lot of patience. But you don't sit and wait for a stew. You put the stew in, and then you kind of go and get on with your day. Your dog walk with autumnal leaves.
I think that's done. Isn't it? Do we need more, Dominic? Is that good? No.
No,
it's not. Look, he thinks we're rubbish. Do you see? When men's voices go high, it means they're not telling the truth.
Yes, it does.